here's a game that I really wanted to love.
Well, I mean, it comes in the sweet red cartridge.
Yes!
It's called Maximum Carnage. It's just like the most 90s thing
It was
ever.
so extreme.
It practically came with a skateboard, but...
It was unfortunately made by LJN. Soundtrack by Green Jelly. Like, that was a big thing back in the day.
I mean, look at how edgy that is.
Yeah.
I mean, they get the art style pretty much right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is ripped straight from the comic book, pretty much. It's one of the first games to follow a superhero story arc versus just being based off of the property, for example.
Although I'm worried, we're pretty like zoomed in on Spider-Man right now.
That's true. He is like 40% of the screen.
The punch combinations, the kick combinations are awesome. And I'm fighting Billy. Billy be dead. Steve and Alex, all dead. All dead. It's very final fight.
Pow! And
Puck, walk, walk, schmuck. The problem that I have with beat 'em ups, just in general, and it's just me. I know people love these games, and I do too. It's just they get a little bit boring for me after a while. They are repetitive games, regardless of how much you like them. But it's always so much more fun with player number 2. And this game commits a cardinal sin. There's no player number 2.
Oh,
and you'd think there would
okay.
be. You'd think there'd be a player number 2 because there's Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
You can't play as Venom until a little bit later than this level.
Well,
you know?
I mean, if you're gonna have a Spider-Man beat 'em up, the idea that you can't have 2 players as Spider-Man and Venom teaming up to beat the tar out of everybody, that seems like an unforgivable omission.
Yeah. You can also pull them towards you.
Get over here!
I'll be taking these.
You know this was a 90s game because there were newspapers.
That's right.
And someone willingly picked them up. Now we're getting radical.
They can attack you with their hair.
Yeah.
That is so edgy. Come on, Lizzie.
You're being a bitch.
Come on, Lizzie. Come on. Hair whip me again. Just see what happens.
Another issue, unlike Amazing Spider-Man vs. the Kingpin, I know this is a totally different style of gameplay, but it'd be nice if you could attach to ceilings.
Yeah.
Or ledges, you know, for example. Slow motion web slinging.
I don't know. The controls here are okay, but occasionally frustrating because they're not outrageously precise.
The fighting and like these climbing segments are completely separate.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel like Spider-Man if like you know you have to like punch okay, and now you can do the climbing.
It's very disjointed.
And the secrets are fun. They give us some replayability. Oh, that was Cloak from Cloak and Dagger.
Oh jeez.
There's a lot happening right off the get-go on this. This isn't going well. Help, I need an adult. Cloak, Dagger, where are you? Come back here and help me again.
Yeah.
You are... there you go.
Hey! Oh no!
Whoa.
Ah! Something happened. Tandy.
No.
Taxonomy.
So wait, Cloak jumped in the middle, jumped
Yeah,
in
she
between
jumped
you?
in the middle.
She took the bullet for you?
No, because Spider-Man got hit.
Yeah, the animation and what we're seeing here don't really match.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
she jumped in the middle, and then Carnage did the bleh, and then Spider-Man got hit behind her.
Huh.
And she seemed fine.
Candy! It's refreshing to have Venom because he's so much stronger.
Yeah.
And the controls aren't solid enough that it makes it seem like Spider-Man's nimble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if there's like a really huge advantage to being Spider-Man.
Sort of jump around and not ultimately be very effective about it, or I could crush a guy with a mailbox. And at some fundamental level, give me that mailbox.
He's like, I need to defeat Carnage, so I'm gonna walk the streets of San Francisco,
Beating
up women. Don't worry, it has a red cartridge. It's cool.
Where's that heart?
Oh, double
Whoa.
smash! So this game actually spawned a sequel called Venom and Spider-Man Separation Anxiety. However, Maximum Carnage is generally considered to be the better of the two.
Yep. Back in my day, man didn't register a game. Just branded it. That's how I know it was his.
Another LJN title.
So Maximum Carnage was a game that I really wanted to love, but just kinda, it ended up being alright, I think. Spider-Man, the animated series, is kind of a similar situation, but we're gonna find out here in a second. But yeah, I mean, it has the exact Spider-Man animated series theme song. I loved the animated series as a kid. I thought it was so awesome. I taped every episode on VHS. I didn't know this game existed until a couple of weeks ago when we were doing research for this episode, and I was super excited. But
then the game showed up.
God. Spider-Man smash!
I mean,
what was that
kick?
kick?
That's a very big Spider-Man. This is like Stallone as Spider-Man.
He's just beating up Master Chief in this game.
Yeah, he did. He took him out in like one punch, too. I'm not surprised.
To be fair, he's like 3 times as big as Master Chief.
I'm glad in this game, compared to Spider-Man and X-Men, you have webs, and you also have your fists and your legs. You have a bigger arsenal. Actually, you have some grenades you can launch if you press the start button. The controls feel somewhere in between Amazing Spider-Man vs. the Kingpin and Spider-Man and X-Men.
Wee.
Oh! oh, Jesus!
Whose science lab is this?
Yeah.
Your Bunsen burners are kind of going haywire here, buddy.
Like, this music would make you lose your mind.
It is the depths of madness.
What the
soundtrack?
There are some pitfalls. So, for example, sometimes there will be an instance where you'll go along kind of this sort of treadmill track thing and then fall immediately to your death.
Well,
that would be an example. What I meant was literally just a pitfall where you fall into nothingness, but there are also some acid baths that are open.
Why are there so many of these?
I don't know. The level design doesn't feel overly inspired. It doesn't have that exploratory aspect that the first game had, Spider-Man vs. the Kingpin.
Which, given like
that was what I was talking about.
Which, given like the multi-levels and the staircase, that one
was what I was talking about.
Yeah,
here, give it a try.
But given the multi-levels and the staircases and all that stuff, it seems like it ought to inspire such a thing. But
keep on going. You're right.
But it just doesn't.
Again, I think it comes back to how much you enjoy being Spider-Man. Like, something like this would be awesome if you really had a very nimble and agile Spider-Man instead of a total beefcake. I don't know, like, my biggest issue with this game is that it doesn't really remind me of Spider-Man the Animated Series.
The recurring problem is just that a lot of this could just as easily be a game that had any other protagonist.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come on! What is this? These games they seem to get worse as they get newer.
That's a very apt point, because this game was released in 1995. This is the newest of the SNES Genesis games that we're playing today. And I think the last one released, because 1995 was pretty much the end of the life cycle for the 16-bit era, for the most part anyways.
You again.
Yeah. Quick shield.
What?
Oh no, I was gonna say, if you want to know how we beat Doc Ock in the last level, we beat him.
We definitely beat him.
Absolutely beat him.
We totally beat him. By the way, if you're interested in a level select code, this is the SNES code, and this is the Genesis code.
Totally unrelated to how we got here.
Unrelated.
Because we are gamers.
I love playing a level that I can't see.
Yeah, this is really crummy.
Can you jump out of the window?
And I know people that have played this game are going to be like, oh, well, of course you do this, of course you do that. Keep in mind that this is our first reactions.
Yeah.
If we knew how to play the game, obviously we'd be doing it.
Yeah. Is it designed well enough that you can play it without needing outside help?
Yeah. Not how do I get past this point, but how do I physically continue my character through space?
How does this point exist? Yeah, this is just kind of inexcusably poor level design. This level would be enough to make me stop playing this game.
Just look at it. The building's not even done being built. And as we all know, Spider-Man can't latch onto it.
Now, climbing, swinging, these are all things he's known not to do.
So those were most of the Spider-Man games in the 16-bit era. You know, it started off like really strong,
Really
but then
strong.
unfortunately, kind of as the years went by, got worse and worse and worse.
More
you know.
generic.
And frankly, that Spider-Man the Animated Series was basically just a marketing gimmick.
Well, actually, Spider-Man didn't technically win when you guys voted. It tied with Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah. So to wrap up today, we figured we'd play a little Echo.
Why is this game so damn slow?
Ah.
Joke's on you, Echo. You're going to be in a can of tuna fish here soon enough.
Hello and thanks for watching. If you liked this video, you'll probably enjoy our X-Men Children of the Atom and Marvel Superheroes review, both for the Sega Saturn. And don't forget to subscribe, it helps keep the videos coming.